What's inside the massive $7 billion Starship Factory? Welcome to your favorite channel, TechZen. SpaceX is turning a $20 billion city into a Starship Factory. SpaceX has never failed to impress us, from deploying unmanned cargo vehicles to the International Space Station to developing highly reusable rocket systems. But how do they create their groundbreaking rockets? Make sure you stick around until the conclusion of this video because we're going to take a glimpse inside SpaceX's Starship Factory, where Elon Musk's fantasies are becoming a reality. Despite the fact that SpaceX's headquarters and factory in Southern California draw a lot of attention, the majority of the loud, dusty, and vital research work is done in Boca Chica, a little community in South Texas. Unlike other rocket makers, SpaceX is based in a rundown house in the middle of nowhere as an industrial area. When you walk inside and witness how they make these absolutely beautiful rockets, it's as if you've entered a factory from another planet. When it was first developed, the goal of the Boca Chica launch site was to give SpaceX with a specialized launch site that would enable the firm to change its launch manifest while fulfilling the tight launch window. The Boca Chica launch site was originally intended to support the Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy launch vehicles, as well as a spectrum of reusable suborbital launch vehicles, but SpaceX altered its mind in the early 2018. The Starship, SpaceX's next-generation launch vehicle, will be the sole vehicle to employ it. Boca Chica's work atmosphere is tough and demanding. The EIS team is engaged in numerous product development teams, designing, building, and delivering valuable products to the firm. SpaceX has an intriguing mentality when it comes to product development. To reduce risk, SpaceX uses quick prototyping and iterative development cycles rather than comprehensive upfront analysis. SpaceX has invested a lot of effort towards automating the design and verification process through simulation, as well as the delivery of the machinery they create. They employ typical CAD software like Katya, but they've also invested in end-to-end 3D modeling technology that allows them to display and simulate full assemblies as well as print parts autonomously. Most essential, especially when dealing with complex assemblies, the software is quick. Engineers won't have to wait as long, allowing for a more fast iterative design process. They can take the concept out of your head, put it into a 3D model fairly intuitively, and print it out and make it real, according to Musk. Despite the fact that SpaceX places a premium on design and simulation, they do not try to perfect a design before putting it to the test. They plan, simulate, and construct, but they also test frequently. He believes that building something and then letting it fail teaches him more than 100 simulations. Rather than wasting months or years on designs and then painstakingly develop a perfect prototype, SpaceX makes a large number of them and tests them all in various ways. His Starship, for example, would be the world's most powerful rocket in history. SpaceX, on the other hand, has done a complex design job by first producing its best design, then testing it, pushing it to its limits, quantifying what happens, and then returning to the drawing board and starting over again. While it's difficult to know what goes on inside the SpaceX factory, we do know that Musk's army of employees works tirelessly to fulfill Musk's lofty objectives. Musk's Boca Chica staff is currently working 24 hours a day, but he wants more. At 1 a.m. on Sunday, Musk held an all-hands meeting at his SpaceX plant in Boca Chica. Musk was curious as to why his facility was not open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Musk's technical team stated that more workers were needed to shift. As a result, SpaceX employed 252 people in the next 48 hours, more than doubling the number of people working at the Boca Chica factory. Over the last 19 years, the company has grown tremendously. And as the business developed, so did its procedures. I believe it's critical to have a feedback loop, Musk says, where you're consistently thinking about what you've done and how you can improve. That, I believe, is the most important piece of advice. Think continually. That is how you may improve your performance and question yourself. Musk understands that the ability to constantly challenge how things are done and ask if there is a better, more productive, or more profitable way to conduct specific tasks is at the heart of innovation. And it is precisely the image that SpaceX portrays. SpaceX employs 3D printing to cut the cost of producing parts that are continuously changing in size. This allows them to develop the design without having to make a new die, they simply print a new design. This allows the design to change quickly. No one waits for a design to be flawless before putting it to the test. Instead, one tests it repeatedly, with the results of each test assisting in the design's completion even faster. Even if the product has defects, they want to bring it to the test stand. For example, SpaceX's Starship idea has been substantially reimagined. The Starship's original design intended for a carbon fiber shell, but it was replaced with stainless steel. SpaceX produced its first prototype test vehicle only a few months after the change. SpaceX has successfully launched 4 Starship prototypes on high-altitude flight tests, beginning with the SN8 in December and followed by the SN9, SN10, and SN11 in February. While the launch went off without a hitch, the landing attempts resulted in a slew of explosions. As work on the Starship site advanced, SpaceX purchased the majority of Boca Chica's 36 residences, while several residents resisted selling until late last year. Boca Chica, previously a paradise for seniors, snowbirds, and outdoor enthusiasts, currently has a population of only a few dozen people and is home to SpaceX's Starship Factory. During the day, tourists queue up to take selfies with the stainless steel spacecraft that is currently being built. Excavators plow the earth at the busy construction site late at night. Before the testing begins, residents are encouraged to temporarily evacuate for their own protection. Even more may change in Texas neighborhoods in the future. Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX, said in March that he wanted to develop a city that encompasses Boca Chica village and the surrounding territory. Starbase is its name. Musk said the city would cover an area far greater than Boca Chica, the unincorporated seaside community where SpaceX erected its enormous rocket facility, in a series of tweets detailing his intentions. Making the city of Starbase, Texas, he tweeted, "From there, it's on to Mars and then on to the heavens," he explained. "Please consider migrating to Starbase in Texas or the greater Brownsville, South Padre area and encourage friends to do the same," another tweeted shortly after. Engineers, technicians, constructors, and other types of key support employees are in high demand at SpaceX. Musk's Starbase City plans remain a mystery with no clue on Twitter. The plans are still in the early phases of development. SpaceX officials showed interest in incorporation during a meeting with Cameron County's legal department, which encompasses Boca Chica Village, but neither Musk nor the company has completed the necessary papers to start the process. In the next year or two, Musk expects Starbase to grow by thousands of people, and he promises to donate $20 million to Cameron County schools and $10 million to Brownsville for downtown rejuvenation. Starbase is envisioned by SpaceX as a prospective spaceport to the stars from which regular flights of Starship ships will depart. SpaceX is dedicated to developing groundbreaking space technology with the eventual objective of allowing humans to live on other worlds. SpaceX is determined to make Boca Chica the 21st century's spaceport. According to a job posting for a project coordinator to make Boca Chica, Texas an awesome place to live and work, they intend to construct a SpaceX village with a book. Doable rooms and volleyball matches, kayaking, and even spaceport lounge events and parties are among the activities available. The Boca Chica complex will be transformed into a spaceport and resort of the 21st century, according to SpaceX. Elon Musk said the high bay where the Starship spacecraft are assembled will include a bar at the top with a 360-degree view of the rocket factory. The addition of Starbase might give SpaceX additional authority over municipal rules like zoning, allowing the corporation to perform more test flights without having to vacate the surrounding neighborhood for security reasons. It also has the ability to increase the sector's appeal to potential employees. Musk's plan to establish his own metropolis is the latest indication that he is relocating to Texas. He moved from California to Texas last year, and his electric car business Tesla intends to build a manufacturing plant near Austin. In addition, SpaceX plans to start building a new facility in Austin to support the development of its Starlink satellite internet service. Much of Boca Chica has been taken over by SpaceX, and the Starbase's construction is only a matter of time. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to hit like and subscribe to this channel for more.